Evet, herkese tekrardan merhabalar. Ben Boran. Game of Thrones'a kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. En son Mira'yla Cersei'nin karşısına çıkacağız. Bakalım neler olacak. En son Ethan Whiteley'lerle konuşmuştuk. Onlara bir rest çekmiştik. Bakalım neler olacak. Şimdi Cersei Hanım'la konuşmaya geldik. Bakalım neler olacak.
You can do this.
Yani umarım yaparız. Çünkü Cersei gibi bir Cersei gibi bir yılanla konuşmak nasıl olabilir bilemiyorum.
Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your
Tam bir
permission,
Cersei
allow
olmuş
me to
ya.
introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Of. Diz çöksek ne olur? Diz çöksek bence huyuna gideriz. Şimdi arkadaşlar, benim bunları yapmış olmam demek şu an Game of Thrones evreninde olduğumuzu varsayalım. Öyle bir diz çökeriz, öyle bir başımıza yeriz ki yani öyle bir durum. O yüzden hani suyuna gitmek için bir diz çökerim yüksek ihtimal. Çök abi.
Your Grace.
Tabii ki memnun
Girl
oldum.
knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl.
Kardeşim, krala bağlıyız biz güya.
Is your family loyal to the king?
Of
Perhaps
course.
you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Joffrey
Sure.
is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House
Kardeşim ne
Stark,
yapalım yani?
a house of traitors.
Katılalım.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. I take it this is the kind
yanlış
of loyalty
söyledik.
the king can expect from you, if you have any loyalty at all. Is
Abi
your
yok ya, sindiriyor bizi ya.
house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Of course. Yine koruyucu o mu ya? Dur.
Yes, Your
Tabii
Grace.
ki.
Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances.
Var ya,
There are
fena ya
ships and
şu an.
shields to be
Fena
built, and
sindiriyor
Joffrey
ya.
will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Our talent is unrivaled, Your Grace. Forrester Ironwood is highly sought after in the Seven Kingdoms.
So I'm
Evet.
told. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house like...
Oğlum. Sinirlerim bozuldu ya. Bu herhalde en zor bölüm benim için. Ne desem ki? Bilemedim.
There are limits, Your Grace.
Perhaps, but not if your house faces potential ruin.
Diyorsun.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms.
Hayda.
Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Kardeşim onu
I won't
yargılamayalım
judge her,
bence.
Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion
Ay
of their
kötü
own.
kötü kötü çok
If
kötü
there's a
kararlar
point to
veriyorum.
this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts?
Oh.
You are a girl from the north here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve,
Hayda. Kimi
what would you do
seçerdin?
then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would.
girl answer the question.
İnanılmaz. Kime? Aa. Abi Lady Marjorie'yi bir şeyimi almak istiyorum ya. Çünkü bu kraldan bana ne fayda gelecek? Öyle bir gerçek de var. Marjorie'ye sadığız bence ya.
Go on.
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace. I serve at her pleasure.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants,
Ya oğlum.
which is not very encouraging.
Aa. Tamam.
I'd
Bok
like a
gibi
word with
geçti.
you if I may.
Of
Bok gibi
course, Your Grace.
geçti. Aa! Çıldırmak üzereyim ya. Olmuyor.
I'll walk you out. This
What?
may come as a
Tyrion.
surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man.
Sağ olun,
You
eyvallah.
have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie.
Harbiden ha.
No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said. It was quite the first
Oh.
impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. But it certainly wasn't what Cersei was expecting.
I
Kardeşim.
did it for Lady Marjorie.
As you should. And of course she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must
Harbiden
find
ama
our
ya.
amusements where we
Tyrion.
can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard. Not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although
Harbiden.
what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
It's
Tabii
a
ki
risk I'm willing
kardeşim.
to take, Lord Tyrion.
Almak zorundayız.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner.
Aa
tonight.
Sansa'yı görecek miyiz acaba?
3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier.
Lan var
Until then, be
ya.
careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Biz acemi değiliz kardeşim. Ben izledim o diziyi. Ha, her ne kadar sonuncu sezon çok kötü olsa da izledim yani. Ulan var ya.
Mira, I was worried.
Ya var ya.
How was it?
Cersei ile konuşma bu kadar kötü
Cersei has a
geçemezdi
way
ya.
of looking at you as though you're nothing.
I'd rather not
Tartışmayalım
discuss
kardeş.
it, if you don't mind.
Of course not. It must have been horrible. But at least it's over now.
Valla
Lady
bilmiyorum.
Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the fourth cousins and the ninth-born sons.
Hayda.
Sir Jamie, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white
Kardeşim,
cloak of
dokunmaz
his.
mısın onlara?
Sarah, what? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
Put it back.
We're just having a bit of fun. That's probably for the best. I've heard he's a bit perverse. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands.
Ya oğlum.
Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
Joffrey
I'd
ile
be
değil
willing to
kesinlikle.
marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Sağ ol ya.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Lan oğlum.
Well,
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
this is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are
Ay
powerful.
aman diyeyim.
The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mira.
Onu biliyoruz.
I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Memnun
People
etmek
are
zor
not
buram.
always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. You were brave agreeing to obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family.
Tabii ki korkuyoruz oğlum.
I do appreciate your willingness to
Yani
appease her.
Game of Thrones bu. Her türlü puşluk, hainlik var. O yüzden her türlü şekilde sakin olmak zorundayız. Mantıklı kararlar vermek zorundayız yani.
As difficult as it may have been,
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Sorsak mı sormasak mı ya şimdi? Onu bilemiyorum. Ya şu an erken mi olur? Daha sonrası için bir seçeneğimiz olur mu? Onu düşünüyorum ya. Sormasak mı, sorsak mı? Bilemedim. Sormayalım ya da soralım. Bilmiyorum. Gerçi Lord Tyrion var daha. Ondan da yani. Dur bakayım. Sormayalım.
My mother
Sonrasına
wanted me to
bakacağız.
ask a favor of you. For my family. But as you said, you're in a delicate position now with the wedding
Ne oluyor
ceremony.
lan?
And I would never want to jeopardize that.
Sakın sakın.
soon I will be queen. And maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now we must both be cautious.
Bence de, bence de. Güvenelim ya.
Of course, my lady. I look forward to the day you are queen.
Hadi bakalım. Of. Aha Gareth. Gareth. Gerçi Gareth mi diyordu? Öyle bir şey diyordu. Ne oluyor lan? Kardeşim sakin. Ne
Seven
yapıyoruz?
hells.
Ah siktir.
Let's play a little game, shall we?
Aha Ramsay Snow.
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Bakalım şuradan. Sen nasıl bir pitsin ya?
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a droning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As
Oğlum,
my
ne oluyor
father
lan?
likes to say, a naked man
lan.
holds few
Yakalanıyorduk.
secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh! Listen.
Lan Ramsay. Bu tam bir orospu çocuğu. Tövbe
De.
yarabbim.
Hear that?
Hayır.
I know I heard
Sessiz ol
something.
sessiz. Sessiz. Koşarsak sikerler belamızı.
Never mind.
Hadi gidin lan.
We've wasted enough time already.
Of. Hadi bakalım. Ne yaptılar ki bu herife ya? Kesin inanılmaz boktan bir şey yaptılar da.
Bloody hell.
Oha. Oha yani. Yani kardeşim. Derisi yüzülmüş adam. Tam bir Bolton.
Lord Ethan,
Efendim canım.
as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership.
Nasıl yok kardeşim ya?
But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you.
Tamam.
Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good.
Güvenilir. Bakalım bize ne diyecekler.
He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
And what will they call me?
That is for you to define as the new Lord.
Evet.
These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Vezir seçeceğiz yani.
Son of a whore. Move.
Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
Ne oluyor?
I've done nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Lord Ethan. Maester.
You spoke of judgment, Sir Royland. What judgment is that?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
You stole from us. I feared for my life. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks true.
I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy, go.
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter. We are in this together. You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
Ay kardeşim.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
Men
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
He's a thief. We can send him to the war.
Leave the man alone. Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. Don't deserve to. Make him pay for what he's done. Give us justice.
Fuck him!
I will decide.
Send him to the wall.
Leave the poor man
Take his
alone!
fingers. He's a thief.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord.
Cezasız olmaz da.
Please, my lord.
Duvar 3 parmak. Bilemedim. Ne yapmamız gerektiğini.
My family depends on me.
Marifet yok da. Hani bir cezası olacak. Ya duvara yollayacağız, 3 parmağını keseceğiz. Ailesi varmış. Duvara yollarsak bilmiyorum. 3 parmağını kessek bir boka yaramaz. Bilmiyorum yani. Duvara yollasak orada çalışır vesaire. Okey. 3 parmağını kessek ne olur? Onu düşünüyorum. Duvara yollayalım ya. Duvara... Tamam, duvara yolla.
I sentence you to the wall, where you will join the Night's Watch. No, please, my lord! My family, without me they'll die!
Yani ceza yok. Yani ceza mutlaka olacak da. Bakalım. Tabii ki hatırlayacaksınız lan.
That
Lord
was
biz
certainly
oğlum.
unpleasant, but a lord must meet our punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course.
Maester, what do you think?
Me?
Yes, did I do what's right?
The wall seems like a fitting place for a thief. I only hope he doesn't find Garrett there and take his anger out on the poor squire.
You
heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom and experience.
Maester, that is what the small council is for.
My lord, you of all people should know that too many voices muddy the message. That is why there is one lord above all. And so there must be one advisor above the rest. There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house.
Yani evet.
Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
Doğru
I'll
tercih
make the right
yaparız ya.
choice as sentinel.
Şimdi bir konuşalım diğerleriyle. Bakalım ne
Come
diyecekler.
speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Tabii. Şimdi sağda solda insanlarla konuşalım bakalım. Onlar ne diyor? Bizimkiler ne diyor? Ya Royland'ı seçeceğiz ya Duncan'ı. Şu anlık bilmiyoruz yani. Şu an benim kararıma göre. Şimdi şunlara bir bakalım. Yavaş, acelemiz yok zaten. Yavaş yavaş.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure. But it doesn't look good.
How
Ne kadar
bad is it?
dayanabiliriz?
How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
If that's what's necessary to keep the house safe, then we must.
Aye, a hard choice, but it's what has to
Okay.
be done. I'll see to the arrangements, my lord.
Tamam, Duncan belli bir konuşalım
Duncan.
şimdi.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
Tabii. Evet,
As
konuş
Lord,
bakayım.
I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight.
Kardeşim daha emin
Talking can
değiliz.
sometimes help you make a decision.
I haven't decided yet.
Well, you must soon, my lord. This is not a matter to be taken lightly.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
Eyvallah. Şimdi. Başka kim var? Burada bir Mira görüyorum.
Do it like you mean it.
Ha, Malcolm. Konuşalım Malcolm'la.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow. At first light.
But
Hayırdır, nereye
where are you
gidiyorsun?
going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real.
Gitsin
But you
getirsin
know
abi.
that just as well.
She's my mother. I know how to speak to her.
I'm sure you do.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job.
Royland.
He'd be a fine choice. And I trust him.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to
Bilemedim ya.
talk to you.
Bilemedim.
I saw what you did to that man. I know you told me you'd have to change, but I suppose I hadn't believed you would.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
But I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What?
Ethan, please. Tell me.
Kim muhafız olmalı? Hadi seni de
Who should I
düşünelim.
name as my sentinel?
it should definitely be Duncan Tuttle. He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir Royland is unpredictable and likely to make matters worse.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
Ay, karar veremiyorum. Abi çok iyi olmuş ama ya bu. Dur, Royland'la da konuşalım.
Sword up! Swing left! Parry! Wrong! I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
Ya benim Royland şu an okey gibi geliyor da.
I wanted your advice. I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to me. I know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins, or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the wall. He undermined your authority, and made you look weak to the White Hills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud.
Kardeşim
I
kararımızı daha
haven't made
vermedik.
my decision yet, but I appreciate your opinion.
So, when will you declare your decision, my lord?
Tonight, at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
Hadi bakalım. Herhalde konuştuk konuşacağımız kadar. Aa. Dur, Ryan'la da konuşuruz da şöyle bir Ryan'la konuşalım. Ryan'ın da fikrini alalım bakalım. Bir çocuğun fikrini alalım.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength. And this, so I remember. I mean, I could never forget. But, oh, you know, don't you?
I'm honored.
Yeah. Yeah. Someday, I'll have a real one. But not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword. I'm sure of it.
I watched you today. I saw what you did to that man. Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them.
Rules mean nothing if we don't enforce them.
Yani.
It doesn't matter if he's good or bad. You can't steal. That's a rule.
Well, I say he was bad. Bad men killed Father and Roderick. They need someone to hurt them back. Even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
Hadi bakalım. Frey'i öldürürsün umarım. Ben de ölsün istiyorum. Tamam, artık konuşalım.
Slash right. That means now.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. I see you've spoken to a number of people. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Evet,
What is it you're doing over here?
Admiring the ironwood, my lord. I studied it at the Citadel. The wood may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
What do you mean?
It is our greatest asset, my lord. Why not give some of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be?
Yani
We could
bence de.
ransom ourselves. You can hardly put a price on your own life.
Ama sanırım Duncan Tuttle'ı yapacağım çünkü pazarlık konusunda falan çok iyi yani. Mantıklı olur yüksek ihtimal.
Lives of those you love.
Ransom or a robbery? We may pay him now, but what's to stop him from coming back again?
Lord Ethan, the dangers of today outweigh the fears of tomorrow.
Affedersiniz. Tamam, artık gidelim ya. Sıkıldım.
My lord, are you now ready to name your sentinel?
Aynen abi.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well.
Duncan
I will
Tuttle'ı
convene the small
yapacağız
council
yüksek
at
ihtimal.
once.
Topla kardeşim, aynen. Burada kapatacağım videoyu. Burada durduralım. Evet arkadaşlar, beni izlediğiniz için teşekkür ederim. Bir sonraki videoda görüşmek üzere. Kendinize iyi bakın.